Hey guys, and welcome back to the third installment in the Spider-Man Classic Villains Reimagined series, where we go over my all-original designs for some of Spidey's most classic villains. And today we're going to go and check out Scorpion. This design has held up well over the past year, but there's some stuff I'm going to want to touch up. So we'll go over how I made this figure, some of the minor details I want to touch up, and then go over final details at the end. So grab a snack and let's hang out. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a deep dive first at this design. So as you see here, this was a really simple kit bash. This was a DC Multiverse Shriek, and then the head we took from a DC Multiverse Bloodsport, and these went together really easily. And then the tail was from a NECA Alien. I unfortunately don't remember which one, but most tails will work just fine if you want to duplicate it or use a similar idea. And all I did was paint this figure up. It was pretty simple. The white was a little hard to paint, so that's actually what inspired me to do the black dry brush over top, because the green just wasn't covering. And I think it came out really good. I like how this gives like the armor feel, but as I look through this over the time of posing it and whatnot, it looks like some paint's worn off, so we'll go ahead and go through it. It also looks a little shiny and tacky. I don't know that I ever even clear coated this, so I'll make sure we do that at the end. But first I want to go through and touch up a lot of paint. Some of this worn out gray on the back. I want to go through and touch up a lot of the chips where we see white paint again. I'll cover that up with black. I think we can do a lot better on the red throughout the body, on the chest piece, on the helmet, and so we'll go through and touch up a lot of those minor details as well. As we take a closer look at this figure, we just zoom in on some of the parts I really want to touch up. The clothes did come out really good, so I'm happy with those. But we'll touch up these red palms. I think I'm going to actually add a dry brush to the black parts as well, since we've kind of worn out the armor on all these figures now. And then, like I said again, some of the friction points here, we're seeing a lot of white, so we'll make sure to prep them a little bit better for friction and then touch it up with some black paint, and it will be looking really good. I also want to make my way to this tail. At the time I painted it black and then did a gray dry brush. It looks okay, but I think it'll really tie it all together if we paint it green to match the body. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully find the green that I originally used for this body and paint it up to match. So first up, let's go ahead and paint the tail. If you guys are ever curious about what I use, I always link it in the bio of these videos. It'll take you to my Amazon affiliate link where there is sections for each figure and then just general usage. This Cry Duffy wet palette, for example, has been an absolute game changer for me, and I highly recommend it. All right, and with 2 coats of paint on there, it's looking really good. This was the right green, so with a black dry brush on here, it will really tie it all together. So let's go ahead and do that. Next up, let's move on to the body. Like I said, I want to touch up the red on all of these parts. I use a different red now by Golden Acrylics, and it works so much better. I also want to color in these arrows, just a little minor details here and there. So let's go ahead and bust out that red and touch up some paint. Okay, and as we check back in, the red is looking so much better now. You can see it's a lot more vibrant. It will dull down a little bit when we put the clear coat, but this is looking really good. I think painting these little red arrows really added a nice little touch to it. So it's just a minor details if you've watched any of my customs at this point. But last up, we're going to go ahead and touch up a lot of the dings and dents around here with some black paint. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that the paint is all touched up, there was one other thing I wanted to look at while we were here. I wanted to see if we can fasten this tail in better. There's a posable wire in there, so I try to pose it up a lot, but I only super glued it to this diaper piece, so I don't know how sturdy that is. I'm thinking if we have the space, we can put a little tiny screw in there just to kind of reinforce it a little bit. And I'll super glue it better with this newer like maximum super glue I use and see if that works. So I didn't end up filming myself trying to put a screw in there, but there was a little bit of a peg on the tail that I must have pegged in there originally, and I couldn't get the screw to work, so I just super glued it a little bit better, and it should hold up well now. But with that all said and done, this is the final product. Again, I haven't put the clear coat on yet. You will see that at the end in the glamour shots and the posing and stuff, but this figure looks really, really good. As you can see here, I put subtle dry brush on some of the black parts. We can also look at some of the smaller details like the red arrows, some dry brush on the feet. Like I said, just a lot of different black parts on the figure, the knee pads. And I think this looks really solid, and it definitely ties it all together to the rest of the figures we've made recently where it has a ton of wear and tear. So I'm really liking how this came out. And as we do a checkup on the tail, this is definitely looking a lot better and green. So I'm happy we did this. This was a good call. I kept the tip black and did a dry brush on that, and then did a black dry brush on the silver parts. That wear and tear there. But this is looking really good. I'm really happy we did that. And as you see here, the tail is far sturdier now with the new set of super glue. So there you have it, my original design Scorpion. This was really solid to begin with. I've had a lot of fun going back to older designs and just kind of revamping them with a new set of eyes and maximizing designs. But it wouldn't be a reimagined video without the lore, so let's get to it. Matt Gargan might be new to the streets, but he has made a name for himself in record time. He is a fearless leader who takes no prisoners and has taken the underground world of crime by storm. So when he is approached by Otto to join the team and take down Spider-Man, he does not hesitate to join, and thus the Scorpion is born. Guys, thank you again so much for all the support with this series so far. Now we have 3 members and we have 3 left. So let me know in the comments who you think the next 3 are going to be and what you think of these 3 so far. And of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. All your support means the world to me. There'll be links in my bio to all my other socials, to my Amazon affiliate links, and my Discord as well. If you have a Discord, I highly recommend you join. I'm always in there talking shop, sharing behind the scenes, and we always have a good time. But guys, again, thank you so much, and until next time.